Hello, my little duvet covers. Welcome back to the channel. Or if you're new here, my name is Megan, and this is my messy life. Yay! Today, we're going to cover a variety of topics as I come back from a road trip. So, we're going to unpack, do some laundry. I'm going to show you how I put my duvet cover back on my duvet, which is just a delight if you have been struggling with that in your own life. We're also going to throw away my daughter's bottles. That's right. She is 3 years old. And I was still letting her have a bottle of regular milk. Well, not regular milk, but anyway, it's like pea protein. Uh, I think maybe I don't know, whatever. It was like a plant-based milk. But she was having that every night in a bottle, and her teeth are getting kind of jacked up, so we got rid of the bottles. And next is going to be the binkies, but one thing at a time, everybody. Yep, one thing at a time. All right. So let's get into the cleaning of it all. Also, I'm going to apologize up front. I believe I am getting a cold. I am hoping it's just allergies, but I'm pretty sure it's a cold. So if you hear sniffling or if I sound weird, bear with me. I'll try to cut out the sniffling, but I always sniffle because I have perpetual allergies because I live in the Midwest and I have dogs. So it is what it is. Oh, I bought a new shirt that I was trying on and I forgot that I wanted to put it in the laundry. So I took it downstairs after I tried it on. I wanted to make sure it fit before I took it down there. Oh, yes, we went to TJ Maxx and we bought these cute little Halloween hair clips. And that shirt that I tried on, I also got from TJ Maxx, and the spooky Halloween puzzle, and a dinosaur puzzle. Now, I know if you've been following along, I am trying to save money. Finances are always a struggle in my house. Well, with me, I don't know. Um, but I was going to go to the consignment store where we have a credit. We have a store credit at the consignment store, and we were looking for puzzles at the consignment store, or that was the plan. But the consignment store was closed, even though the website said it was open. So it was closed. So my daughter already had it in her head that she wanted a puzzle because that's what we had talked about. And so we went to TJ Maxx and we found a couple puzzles. So I was happy about that. Sorry, this is really disjointed. I'm feeling kind of funky right now. Like I said, I have a cold. We just got back from a visit with my mom's side of the family. So my mom flew into town from California, and then we drove like, I don't know, 3.5 hours down to Springfield, Illinois. And we had a huge family get together with her siblings and their kids, so my first cousins, and then all of our kids, so like the second cousins, I guess. I don't know how all that works, but we had a lot of fun. Like I didn't really grow up with all those cousins. My mom had 11 siblings total, and so there are a lot of cousins. But I grew up in California, and most of my cousins grew up in the Midwest. And so, yeah, I just didn't grow up with them, even though a bunch of them are like about my same age. So it's kind of cool to get to know them a little bit better every time we get together. And I also got to see a couple of my younger cousins from California that I grew up with, but I was already like 10 by the time their oldest one was born. So, um, we weren't super close, but those are the two cousins that I knew the most when we were kids, like that we would see for holidays and stuff. So that was fun. Amelia had a blast swimming in the pool at the hotel. She also loved being high up. We were on the 11th floor of a hotel, and we got to see a wicked electrical storm, like a lightning storm. It was so, so, so cool. If I think about it, maybe I'll put some footage here, but of course it's not going to be as cool as it was like in person. You can never really capture that on film very well. So anyway, we had fun, lots and lots of fun. Also, highlight of my trip. I don't know if I've talked about this a lot before, but I am obsessed with Mormon culture, like Utah culture, Mormon culture, the Mormon religion. I was yelling at the dogs to be quiet because Amelia was napping. Um, this was filmed on, what is it today? Today's Tuesday. This was filmed on Monday afternoon. And then the last half of the video was filmed this morning, Tuesday morning. So Amelia was asleep, and I got you'll see in a second, I got groceries delivered from Walmart. And so the dogs went nuts, and I was praying that Amelia would not wake up, but she did not. I was very lucky. And here you will see me bring the groceries up. But anyway, Mormons. I swear to you, this all is going to come full circle. So I love Mormons. I mean, I love learning about Mormons. I don't want to be a Mormon. And I guess you're not really supposed to call them Mormons anymore. You're supposed to call them members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. But I call them Mormons because whatever. Anyway, highlight of my trip, I met my cousin's boyfriend, who is an ex-Mormon missionary, and he grew up Mormon in Alaska, of all places. Now he lives in LA with my cousin, and he did like a David Archuleta, like his older siblings left the church, and then he realized he was gay, and then he left the church, and then his parents left the church too to support him. And I think that's so sweet and lovely, and I'm so happy for him that he's happy and that my cousin's happy, and they're really nice people and they're so beautiful, and I hope, I don't know, that they live an amazing rest of their lives together because they're really cute together. So that was one of the highlights of the trip. And then the other highlight was just, getting to spend time with my mom and getting to watch my mom be with Amelia and see them play together. It was so nice. My mom is the best grandma. I know a lot of people struggle with like in-laws or mother-in-laws or their moms once they become moms themselves, but my mom has been incredible. Like she respects me and how I parent. She really like looks at Amelia and cares about how she feels and responds to her appropriately, and like she just, I guess the best way to put it is it's like no ego, right? Like she can just be in the moment with me or with Amelia, and with Amari if Amari comes out of his room. And she's just present. She's just chill. She's with whoever she's with. And she really sees people. So that's really cool because not everybody is like that. So I'm happy. I'm happy that my mom and I's relationship is good, and that she's a great grandma. What are we looking at? These are some school supplies that I got for Amari. His school supply list this year is like nothing. It's like 3 notebooks and a calculator. So I'm really happy about that. Like he's at the point where he already has a backpack. I just got him a lunchbox because he destroys lunchboxes. I mean, not on purpose. It just happens, right? So he has a backpack. He's got a lunchbox. Eventually we need to go like school shopping, and get him some shoes and some new shorts and shirts and things that fit him. But overall, he's kind of set. Like the school, because it's an outdoorsy school, like they want him to buy rain pants and a rain jacket and rain boots and all these things. Oh, okay. You're going to see how I put the duvet cover on the comforter. So take notes if you struggle with this. So I'm turning the duvet cover inside out. I laid the comforter on the bed, and then I'm tying the strings onto the corners. So the duvet, you can't see it super great, but the duvet cover is inside out. And I'm tying the corners on the end. I haven't watched, like, I'm sure there's probably like 1,000 videos of how to put a duvet cover on the easy way, but this is what I have come up with. I haven't really watched others do this, but this is just what I've come up with. So then you just like reach to the top, grab the corners, And then you just shake it out and it's done. Bada bing, bada boom. I saw I saw this guy I follow. I think I told you guys about Jenny Apple, the woman who died of lung cancer. Her husband, Kyle, still runs their channel, and he did like a short or like an Instagram reel or whatever where he showed how he puts his duvet cover on. And he was like climbing inside of it and it was ridiculous. Um
you just climb in.
and I think I used to do that too, but I have found that this is the way. But I still hate doing it. I'm not gonna lie, still hate it. All right, now we're covering a lot of ground today. Now we're gonna talk about how I'm continuing to get my life back on track. Last week we talked about how I had completed my most recent mental health breakdown. Um, and I was working on getting back on track. So this is part of me getting back on track. I started buying, I'm making faces because I don't like touching raw fish, but I'm doing it because I love my family. Um, but anyway, this is part of me getting my life back together. So I started I bought another meal kit. I signed up for another meal kit. So before I had started with the factor meals, and those were good. Like I like the factor meals, but my husband was kind of not super into it because they were microwaved. They weren't frozen, but they were microwaved. And he didn't say this out loud. Oh, I'm making peanut butter toast for Amelia. Um, he didn't say it out loud, but I think he felt like not.
Uh-oh, that's
Oh,
okay.
I'm going to stop for a second.
Okay, go ahead. Say bye, Bubba's.
Bye, Bubba's.
We loved you.
Bye-bye, Bubba's. Bye-bye, Bubba's.
Should we get the other parts of it?
No, thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Was that not the sweetest, cutest thing you've ever seen? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. She is so brave. I love her. She did such a good job. And I'm going to tell you what, last night, when that was filmed, last night, she didn't even ask for the bottle. Like the night before, when I told her no, she had screamed and screamed and screamed. But after she threw them away last night, she was like, fine. I put her milk in a cup and she drank it from the cup and she was totally chill. So, parenting win. Good job. Follow me for more parenting tips and duvet cover tips. But what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Okay. Ed doesn't feel loved. He didn't say this out loud, but he does not feel loved with microwavable meals. And I know you may be saying to yourself, Megan, who cares? He's a grown man. Let him, he gets what he gets. Don't throw a fit. But this is like a good compromise. So for a long time, we did HelloFresh. We also tried Hungry Root. I think we've also actually tried Home Chef before. But all of the meals that we had tried before were like you had to cook that. Like, yes, like this you have to cook, but you had to chop things. You had to like, oh, look, a zucchini that I grew in my garden. I was very proud of that. It is a full-size zucchini. Anyway, sorry. I really wish I was taking meds right now for my ADHD, but I'm not. So this is what you get. So get what you get and don't throw a fit, right? Right. So I did all those other meal kits before. And with those, you have to chop and prep. And like if it was a meal like mashed potatoes with meatloaf, like you had to peel, boil, and mash the potatoes yourself, right? Whereas with Home Chef, they have a pretty big variety of what they call oven ready meals. And so I decided to just get oven ready meals for the week. So I got 5 different ones. We got salmon, we got shrimp. Oh, here I am throwing away the rest of the parts of the bottles. That was really sad. But like I said, Amelia did really great with it. So I'm proud of her. Bye, bottles. An end of an era. My baby is a big girl. So anyway, so this is my compromise. We are doing the home chef meals that are oven ready. I don't have to do any chopping or dicing or mashing. Oh, she had peanut butter all over her face. And you still get like a meal that seems substantial and that has been cooked in the oven. So we're going to see how that goes because I do not have it in me to grocery shop and prep 5 or 6 dinners every week. I just don't. So this is where we're at. Now you're looking at me this morning, Tuesday morning. I mean, I don't know when you're listening to this, but I'm recording the voiceover Tuesday morning. So I'm up. I already took my treadmill walk, which is part of my getting my life back together situation. And then later you're going to see me make a green smoothie with garbanzo beans, which was gross. I won't be doing that again. But when my mom was here, all she kept saying was, you gotta, you don't need that much protein. Don't worry. Like, cause I was telling her I only get my protein from dairy mostly, and peanut butter. And she's like, no, that's terrible for you. Like, you should use beans. And I was like, okay. So I tried, she had bought a can of garbanzo beans while she was here. So I put a can of garbanzo beans in my stupid smoothie and it was gross. But I drank it anyway, but I won't be doing that again. I will just put some protein powder or some almond butter or something. But I have to do something. Speaking of getting back on track, like I don't have any illusion that I'm going to be like 125 pounds again ever in my life. That's fine. Um, but I got on the scale today and I was 186 even. And that was after a road trip. You know, I didn't walk every day. And I was eating way more than I normally do because when you're on a road trip, like all you want to do is eat in the car, right? So that's what I did. And I think we had McDonald's like 2 out of the 3 days. So anyway, I am 186 as of this morning, what you are looking at right now in front of you. And I would like to be less. I would like to be less. So I'm going to keep walking every day on the treadmill. I'm averaging like 10,000 steps a day still, so that's great. And sorry with the snuffling. I'm gonna do that, and then I guess I'm gonna try and just like fill my body with smoothies, like green smoothies, like a lot of greens, a lot of high antioxidant berries, and some protein, and mostly do that, and then try to eat pretty clean otherwise. Oh, I spilled the little like catch tray under the coffee thing and it was gross. But I was proud of myself. I cleaned as I went. I wiped off the drawers right away. I didn't just let it sit and like harden until it was too hard to get off. So that was good. And now I'm going to vacuum everything. I, my health saga, I'm still itching everywhere. And like, I think I am allergic to the dogs because I take Zyrtec every day. And when we were gone at the hotel for 2 nights, my itching was less. And then we got back home and I got into my bed where the dogs had been sleeping while I was gone. And my face has swollen up and my eyelids are itching. And I don't know if I have a cold. I think it's a cold. Or if I'm just having like a violent reaction to being back in the house with the dogs. But I am a mess. I am a mess, but I'm not miserable. I was going to say I'm miserable, but I'm not miserable. I'm in a much better mood. Um, it was really nice to have that time with my mom and to have time away from the house and from work and everything, and just kind of reset and just be easy peasy. So that was nice. It was nice. But I need to figure out what to do about all this itching. I am so resistant to going to see a dermatologist, but my skin is still itching because I finished the prednisone. and I started itching again. So I don't know what's wrong with me, but I gotta figure it out because it happens like every 6 months. Um, and so I don't know what like the trigger is, but something happens. So anyway, that's that. And what else? Oh yeah, speaking of work, update on my new job. I did get the offer letter finally. I know we've been talking about this for like weeks and weeks. And I've made it sound like it's a sure thing, but it is officially a sure thing now. I got my offer letter. I've got my onboarding paperwork. I have a start date. I'm not starting until September, the beginning of September. So, oh, look at me. Sorry. I'm really proud of myself. This morning, I put my suitcase away. I emptied the suitcase and put away my laundry. And later, you're going to see me put the suitcase back in the garage where it belongs. That's crazy town. I never do that. Like, we just got home on Sunday, and this is Tuesday morning, and I'm putting it away. I'm not letting it sit there for a week and a half or 7 weeks or until the next time I need a suitcase. So, good job to me. Progress, not perfection. But yeah, the new job. I'm really, 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 really excited. And I got what I wanted. I did not want to go back to full time right away. So they agreed to have me start at 2 days a week. And then I can have my business 2 days a week. And then I can have a day off in the middle of the week. I think I'm going to take Wednesdays off so that Amelia and I can have a break in the middle of the week. So I think that'll be great. And then if my business grows, which I think it is gonna grow even more because I literally in the past like 2 days just got um, a couple of clients that I haven't seen in a few months calling back to come back and start again. And then I also have a brand new client starting on Thursday this week. So, no, next week. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I have like my schedule is full. My schedule is exactly where I need it to be. My paychecks are getting bigger. And then once I add this other job, my paycheck is like my monthly paycheck is going to essentially double, which is incredible. Um, and I mean, my childcare bill is going to double too, but that's okay. um, I am anticipating that. And I'm also really proud of myself getting back on track with my life. Yesterday, well, I didn't sit, I was standing on my walking pad actually. And as I was taking my morning walk, I figured out my budget plan for the next few months and how I want to handle like daycare payments, how I want to handle our shared bank account versus my bank account, um, and what I want to do for savings, what I want to do for like how much money we're going to spend on like back to school clothes, how much we're going to spend on Christmas gifts. Yeah. So I just feel more in control overall. I feel really excited because I think, if you've been watching the last few weeks, I've been really adrift. I've been really depressed and scared and anxious, um, and kind of defeated. And now I feel like I kind of have, oh, I was putting foot spray on my feet. um, yeah, I was feeling kind of defeated. And now I'm like, okay, like I don't know, I feel optimistic, dare I say. I feel optimistic. Like everything is on track. And I'm also excited. I have a girls' trip coming up in October, and my mom has agreed to come stay at the house to help take care of the kids, so that Ed doesn't have a reason to freak out um, about me being out of town. So I am super excited. Super, super excited. I have lots to look forward to. Oh, and my next big drama is that, or not drama, but like challenge, I guess, is that I need to resign from being the room mom from Amari's class at school. It was supposed to be a 2-year commitment, But I think I really like burnt myself out last year because I wasn't willing to like recruit other people to help me and to come alongside me. I just felt like it was easier to do everything myself. But then in the process, I burnt out, right? Because you can't do it all yourself. So I'm going to call, well, I'm not going to call. I'm going to text her, especially now that I know I'm going to be working pretty much full time this year. Um, I'm going to text the teacher and just let her know, like, I'm happy to support or I'm happy to help um, another room mom, but I cannot be the room mom this year. So I'm excited about that because that was a big stress. Oh, here I am making my smoothie. Um, yeah, I'm excited about that. Also, I have already decided, please hold me to this. If I change my mind, please yell at me, okay? I have decided I am not going to organize and run the Christmas market this year at the school, okay? So if I start talking about how nobody else is going to do it and they're asking me to do it, would you please virtually slap me upside the head and remind me that I'm not going to do it this year? Because the two people who were the most helpful, like the absolute most instrumental in helping pull that off last year, even though I was like allegedly the one who was running it, the two people who I could not have done it without don't work at the school anymore. Okay? So if they're not there, I don't want anything to do with it. Because I feel like it was only successful because it was a group effort. I did not pull it off by myself. I have no illusions that I was the reason it was successful, even though people kept like thanking me and congratulating me. Um, Also, that box of K cups that I pulled down, I should have just thrown that away. Like it's a flavor that I hate it. Like I will never drink it. Um, so I don't know why I put it back. Yeah, I did not like the smoothie. I did, to be fair, I did go back and put honey in it later before I finished it. Oh, and there's my outfit for the day. There's the new shirt I bought at TJ Maxx. Yay, isn't it so cute? My hair looks much cuter dry. It's still wet, but thank you for watching. I love you. I'm better and things are better. And thank you. Thank you for sticking with me and being a support and following along on my crazy ride. Um, I really appreciate it. I love the comments and the engagement from you guys. So I love you. Mwah. Goodbye.